So we are on the problem number 10b. Design and develop a C function is prime, which takes as a number that accepts an integer argument and returns 1 if the argument is a prime and 0 otherwise. So the request is write a design and develop a C function. C function, just remember this. It's not within the main but a separate function called is prime, which accepts an integer argument and returns 1 if the argument is prime and 0 otherwise. Write a C program that invokes this function to generate prime numbers between given range. Okay, there is a range. So before I go into how to the program part of it, what is a prime number? A prime number is a natural number greater than 1 and that has no positive divisors other than 1 and itself. Okay, it has no positive divisors other than 1 and itself. So let's take 3. So 1 and 3 are the divisors, there is no other. Say 7, there is no 1 and this thing. So whatever is not a prime number is called a composite number. Here for example 6. So there is a 2 is a divider. Okay. Let's say 9. 3 is a divider. 10 there are 2 of them. 1, 2, 5 are the divisors. So for example 5 is a prime number because 1 and 5 are the divisors, are the only positive integer factors of the integer divisor. 6 is a composite because it has divisors both 2 and 3, addition to 1 and 6. So whatever is marked yellow here are the prime numbers from 1 to 100. So you can see 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 41, 43 are all can be has no positive divisors other than 1 and itself. So between 1 and 11 there is only 1 and 11, nothing else. You won't find any other divisors. Okay. So what is an algorithm to find a prime number? There are many of them, but the simplest one all the colleges and you would be using is a trial version. Okay. It consists of testing whether integer n is a multiple of any other integer between 2 and square root of 2. So basically if you can check each of the integers from 2 to square root of 2, and if you find or if you don't find, then you can declare that as a prime number. So for simplicity we are here using checking from 2 to n by 2. Okay. Here we are checking 2 to n by 2. So the simple, it is just a 2-line, 3-line code is a prime or not a prime. So what I have written here is a simple algorithm following this trial division. Okay, to find a prime. So what we do is for I is equal to 2 because 1 is all, there is no point. So it's from 2 to n by 2. So if you don't find any number which is divisible from 2 to n by 2, we can safely call it as a prime. So what we are doing is for a number 2 to n by 2, if n modulo I, okay, the n modulo I is if it has any divisor, it will give a number which is equal to 0. That means, okay, so for example 6% modulo 2 will give it 0. Okay, it is divisible. So we are using this modulo function to find, to see if there is any divisible, if n is divisible by I or not. So what we do is if it is divisible, then return 0, don't even check because it is, you don't need to continue anywhere. If 2 is divisible, say 6, n is 6 or n is 200, whatever big number, 2000, 2 lakh, if it is divisible by 2, then you just return, no need to continue in the for loop. If you continue the whole for loop, you traversed from 2 to n by 2 and still couldn't find a find a n modulo I is still not 0, then safely return as a prime. 1 is prime, 0 is not prime. So let's quickly look at how this travel happens. So consider for our experiment we are using we are passing each prime an integer n, either 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. So n by 2 is these are the values which are n by 2. So let me take 10. So n by 2 is 2. So when I is equal to 2, 10 modulo 2 will be return 0. So here itself in first iteration we say no prime and return 0. Okay. So let's take 11. Okay. If it is a prime, we will traverse through the whole thing, and at the end we couldn't find, then we will declare as a prime. We traverse n by 2. Here 11 as n by 2 is 5. So this is the for loop of I, starting from 2 to I have put long, but let's see the 5. So it checks with 2. Is it 0? No. Goes to 3, 4 and 5. It does not return, and then we return it as a prime. Say 15 or 15. So what it does? So 2 it is not. 3 it is divisible. So here only for 3 it is returns. Okay. 19. So what does 19 do? It start the n by 2 is 9. So this for loop. Let me just clean up the whole thing and clean up. So what we are checking here is 19. So for 19 the 9 by 2. So the I would traverse from 2 to 8. 9. So it goes to here, it did not find 3, 4, 5, 6, it completes 9, it did not find, and then when it returns, when complete this for loop, we are returning it 1. So it's a prime number. 21, 25, none of these are OR. So that's how this for loop, this yellow one is like how long this for loop. For every prime number, it has to go till the n by 2. None of these are matched, then we declared it as a prime. Okay, that's it. So let's see the code for 10b. 10b, the code is, so they have asked us to write a function called is prime. So we can't do this in main. So whenever they say write a function called anything, it has to be a separate function. Either it is down. So once it is down, we have to declare it. There should be a declaration above it. Okay. So let's see. So what we are saying is what the request is, you take a range of R1 and R2 and see, print all the prime numbers between them. So we are reading, enter the range from which the prime numbers need to be generated. It's a range R1 and R2. Print the prime number in the range R. So its output is, so for I is equal to R1 to R2 I plus plus, what we are doing is calling this if prime. If it returns 1, it will print that number, or no. If it is not a prime, we are not going to print it. And let's come back to is prime. It is taking an integer n, and what it does is, if it is 1, that means the condition is 1 or itself. So if you are passing 1, so number 1 is not a prime. So it's a special condition. If somebody mischievously sends it as 1, then we shouldn't print it as prime. So 1 does not qualify to be a prime. So if it is 1, just return 0. And for I is equal to 2 to n by 2 plus plus I plus plus or plus plus I, what what ideally we should do is, the condition is I modulo n modulo I, if it is a prime number. So if there is I has a divisible, n has a divisible I which is 0, we should return 0. That means if n modulo I is equal to 0, then it is not a prime number, just no need to continue, return 0, get off. We complete the whole loop of I is equal to 2 to n minus n by 2, and still we are not finding, it couldn't find any divisible. So n modulo I is not equal to 0, then we return 1. Okay. So this is a simple code for finding prime, and above the code between range 1 and 2 we print is prime. Okay. So let me take this code and try to compile, run. I'll make it from 10 to 100. So it is printing 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29 till 97. Okay. So let me run once again, 1 to 10. So 2, 3, 5, 7 are the prime numbers. So given any range 1 to 10, these are the numbers within this range which are prime numbers. So simple, enter the range from which the prime numbers to be generated. I would say 10 to 50, and the prime numbers in the range of 10 to 50 are 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43 and 47. That's it. So this is a simple code. So is prime, all you do is if it is 1, it is not a prime, just get off, return 0. Start from I is equal to 2 to n by 2. Okay, if we can't find any divisible by till n by 2, just return, that means it's a prime number. But as per the algorithm, it should be square root of n, which is much smaller, but for our simplicity we are taking n by 2. So most of your program, what they have thought, all might have n by 2. Okay, so that's it. This is the so this is the is prime, just a 4 lines of code and a range R1 and R2. Okay, thank you.